Hi, everyone. Jennifer from The Profitable Agent joining you. Today, I want to talk to you about a realtor that I know. On paper, she had a great year. Six figures in commission, busy calendar, deals closing. From the outside, everything looked exactly the way that success is supposed to look. And then one day, almost by accident, she did the math, the real math. Not gross commissions, not what hit the account before taxes and expenses, the actual honest calculation of what she earned for every hour she put into her business. That number was $11 an hour. $11 for a six-figure realtor. She sat with that number for a long time and then she called me. Today, I want to walk you through that calculation because I think most realtors have never actually done it. And I think when you do, it's going to change how you see your business forever. Before we get into the numbers, I want to talk about this calculation and why it almost never happens. The first reason is that gross commission income feels like the number. When you close a deal and a commission lands, that's the figure that registers, right? That's the one that goes in the bank account. That's what gets celebrated. That's what goes on the scoreboard. But gross commission is not what you actually have earned. It's the starting point of a very long series of subtractions. The second reason is that tracking hours in a commission-based business feels almost counterintuitive. You're not on a clock. Nobody's punching in and out. The idea of calculating an hourly rate feels like something employees do, not business owners. And the third reason, honestly, is that most realtors suspect the number just isn't good. Not knowing actually feels safer than knowing that number. But here's the thing about numbers you don't look at. They don't get better on their own. They just keep doing what they've been doing quietly while you stay busy and assume things are fine. The number you're afraid to calculate is usually the one that needs your attention the most. Let's do the math together. I'm going to use round numbers, so all of this is going to be really, really easy to follow, okay? Start with your gross commission income for the year. Let's say it's going to be 120,000. Okay? So we've got 120,000 here. Next is to subtract your business expenses, marketing fees, tools, vehicle costs, professional development. For most realtors, this lands somewhere between 20 and 35% of your gross. So we'll use 25%. So we'll take off $30,000. Okay? Now you're at 90,000. Step two is to subtract your taxes. As a self-employed Canadian, a reasonable estimate for combined federal and provincial tax plus CPP contributions is around 30% of your net income. That's roughly $27,000. Okay, whoop, sorry. As I'm wrecking the place, negative 27,000. Okay, so now we're actually at $63,000. Okay, and that's just the tip of the iceberg here. Step number three is now actually to calculate your actual hours. And this is where most realtors get super uncomfortable, okay? We're not here to judge, guys. We're here just to pay attention and realize these numbers. Don't just count the hours you spent with clients. Count the prospecting calls. Count the open houses, the follow-up emails, the admin work that you do, the marketing, the time you spend driving, the Sunday evening messages, the deals that fell through after weeks of work. A realistic estimate for a full-time realtor is between 50 and 60 hours per week. So let's just cut it in the middle and say 55 hours a week. Okay? And we're going to times that by 48 weeks a year because we want to see our realtors actually take vacation. So that's 2,640 hours in a year. Okay? Step number four is to divide the 63,000 by the actual working hours, 2,640. Guess what number that is? $23.86 an hour. That's it, $23.86 an hour. And that's before we account for deals that didn't close, the time invested with clients that went elsewhere, the slow months where hours kept going but the commissions didn't. When you factor those in, for most realtors, the real number is significantly lower than that amount that I just calculated. You did not get into real estate to earn $23 an hour, but that might be exactly what's happening. I want to be clear. This calculation isn't meant to make you feel bad, okay? It's meant to make you think differently. Because what the hourly rate reveals isn't just how much you're earning, it reveals how your business is structured, how your money is flowing, whether you're spending your time on is actually producing a return. A low hourly rate is a signal. It's telling you one of a few things, or maybe all of them all at once. Your expenses are too high relative to what you're producing. Your time is being spent on low value activities that aren't generating income. Your commissions aren't being managed in a way that builds real financial health, or some combination of all three. None of those are permanent problems, but none of them fix themselves either. The realtors who improve their real hourly rate aren't necessarily the ones who close more deals. They're the ones who get strategic about where their time goes, what their money does, and how their business is actually structured. Closing more deals won't fix a broken structure. It will make the broken structure bigger. Okay? So, what actually changes this number? Well, the first thing is building a financial structure so that every dollar you earn is working as hard as you are. That means allocating commissions intentionally, profit first, taxes set aside, expenses reviewed, and owner's pay is consistent. We've talked about the system in so many of our videos, and it starts to matter even more when you see your real hourly rate. The second thing is getting honest about where your time is actually going. Not where you think it's going, but where it actually is going. The hours that produce income versus the hours that feel productive but don't. And the third thing is making decisions from a position of clarity rather than assumption. Most realtors are making financial decisions, spending decisions, business investment decisions, lifestyle decisions based on a gross number that doesn't reflect reality. When you know your real number, you make better decisions. You work hard for every hour in that calculation. You deserve a financial structure that actually reflects that. Most realtors will never do this math, not because they can't, but because they're afraid of what they'll find. If you did the calculation while you were watching this and that number surprised you, I want you to know that it's fixable, all of it. The number isn't a verdict, it's a starting point, okay? If you want help understanding what your real numbers look like, and more importantly, what to do about it, book a clarity call with us. In 30 minutes, we'll look at your actual numbers together. We'll find out exactly where the gaps are and map out the financial structure that makes every hour you work count for you. The link is in the description, and if this was a wake-up call, please share it with a realtor you know. They've been avoiding this calculation too. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as personalized financial or tax advice. Please consult a qualified advisor for guidance on your specific situation. Thank you so much for watching.